Fancy some tea? Oh, yes, please. What would you like for tea? I'm in the mood for cake. I've got just the thing. How about some tea cakes? No, that was terrible. Yes, Tunnock's, established 1890, still a family business. Milk chocolate tea cakes. Yeah, I bought these from Aldi earlier today, actually, for a very, very, very sad reason. The reason why was because I generally pop into Aldi like once a night now after work to get something really bad for tea, like a cheap pizza or something. Although their cheap pizzas are very nice. They're 89p, well, they were £1, but they're now 89p frozen pizzas, the cheese and tomato in the grilled vegetable pizzas. They are very, very nice. Very bad for you, but they're very nice. I generally get one of those for tea every night because I'm on a budget, as well as potatoes, Newton potatoes, that is, in a tin, baked beans and stuff. And every time I went into Aldi to go and get said items of what I just mentioned, I always passed these on the cake and biscuit bit that they have at the front of the shop. And I noticed that at first they were like £1 and 5p or something, and then they were reduced to 99p. Like a couple of days later, then they were reduced to 89p, even a few more days later, and then today they were reduced further to 82p. Basically, they just can't seem to sell these tea cakes, and I felt very sorry for it, so I decided to buy a box just to help them out. That's the sad reason why I bought them. I like tea cakes generally. I generally have the tea cakes with jam in them, which are very nice. At least these types of tea cakes, anyway. But yeah, what intrigued me about them is that they are a known brand, I believe, and of course, still a family business. But for 82p, even though it was reduced from £1.5 to 82p, that's still quite a lot for 6 tea cakes. I mean, tea cakes are generally just a bit of chocolate, some biscuit, and marshmallowy stuff all together. They're very nice, very sweet treats, very bad for you, but still very nice treats. For 82p for 6, that's quite expensive for tea cakes. Usually I get, I can't remember what they're called now, Lee's tea cakes. You can get like 10 or 12 in a pack for £1, sometimes less, although I think they've been bought out by Lions recently, or no, they haven't, no, they still exist. Lions also do a cheap version as well. They can be like 12 to 14 for like £1 as well. But 6 for 82p, and originally £1 5p, that's pushing it. These better be some damn nice tea cakes. So I thought, well, let's try them out, and let's film it and put it on YouTube, because why not? It's not like every other YouTuber on YouTube has done something like this, and most YouTubers tend to do disgusting foods or unusual foods to get hit ratings and just to show that they're brave with dealing with foods from other cultures. But not me. I've decided, no, let's go and play it safe with milk chocolate tea cakes. So it's a nice box, by the way. It's quite sturdy as well in the hand. I like the cellophane window wrapper and the red individually wrapped tea cakes in there. I think that's quite nice. Feels quite heavy in the hand. 6 times 24 grams. I believe that's 144 grams if my math is correct. It's quite heavy. So they're going to be pretty dense tea cakes, I imagine, compared to the Lions and Lee's tea cakes I mentioned. What's the calorie amount? Will my camera focus? It will! 106 calories per tea cake, 10% of your daily sugar, 8.6 grams, 7% of fat, 13% saturates. That's alright. Only 2% salt. That's pretty good, actually. I've had a lot of salt recently, because the one thing about Aldi food, although it's very cheap and a lot of people buy it, and they also have a very effective advertising campaign, if you buy Aldi food, and generally their own branded food, of which most of their food is, it's got a lot of salt in it. I would warn you now that if you shop at Aldi or plan to shop at Aldi and you're either health conscious or, okay, most of you are buying it because it's cheap and most of us don't have much money these days, I sympathise and I understand, just make sure you're aware of the salt content, because recently I've been eating a lot of their cheap bread and cheap pizzas and all that, and they're very nice and all, but the salt content's very, very high, and what happens is if you eat a lot of food, and you have a lot of this salt in the food that you're not aware of, because you don't really tend to pay attention to all this stuff at the bottom, you can wake up in the morning and you feel really like drained and dry and, you know, desperate for a drink of water and generally like mildly hungover. That's a salt hangover, as someone put it, that I remembered, and it's really bad for you. So just be aware of the salt content in Aldi food. It is pretty high, alright? If you know that, you don't care, carry on ahead. If you know it now and you are a bit conscious, don't worry, you can still buy Aldi food. I'm not saying don't buy Aldi food, not at all. I'm not trying to diss them, but just be aware of the salt content. Anyway, enough of my verbal warning and showy offy of knowingness. Let's have a look at the rest of the box. So Tunnock's tea cakes looks pretty pretty. I like the yellow boxing as well. I think the yellow's quite nice. Same with the on the sides. 31st January 15. Ooh. It's not very long. It's quite a short life expectancy. I mean, most of it's sugar. It should last a bit longer than that, but oh well, whatever. Maybe my life expectancy of sugar is too high. Never mind. Same again on the side and on the back. Is there a bit of history, maybe? A delicious biscuit base topped with marshmallow and covered with real milk chocolate, as opposed to that fake milk chocolate you've been buying and eating. No, this is the real deal. Ooh, lovely. Where it all began. Tom Tunnock. Oh, Tunnock. Sorry, Tunnock, not Turnock. What was I saying? No, Tunnock. My apologies. Tom Tunnock, the founder outside his baker's shop. Oh, look at him. So happy, and probably not really him standing out there, because that seems like either a bad photocopied image of a painting of him or a photograph maybe. Oh, no, it could have been a photograph, I suppose. Oh, no, but I'll take it back. No, maybe that really is him standing out there. It's just a very bad image of it, but whatever, I won't knock it. Fair play to you, Tom Tunnock. I hope your tea cake is still delicious despite how much more into the future we are from that picture. Contains egg, cow's milk, good to know, wheat gluten, well, yeah, okay. I don't know why I struggled on that. Oh yes, if you're gluten intolerant, not the product for you. Soya, and store in a cool, dry place. Suitable for vegetarians. Arabic writing. And best before, date on front of pack, Thomas Tunnock Limited, 34 Old Mill Road, Uddingston. And oh, it's Scotland. Oh, it's Scottish, is it? Oh, okay. Oh, cool. No, I can go with that. I'll roll with that. Let's have a look at the ingredients then. Mallow, 38%. Sugar, glucose syrup. With syrup? Yes, syrup. Not sure where that came from. Sugar, glucose syrup, which is also sugar. Egg albumen? Egg albumen? Never heard of that before. That's the first time I've ever crossed egg albumen. I don't know what that means. Is that the white of the egg or the yolk of the egg or a specific part? I don't know. Okay, somebody let me know in the comments. Milk chocolates, 34%. Sugar, cocoa solids. Good to know that the cocoa solids are at least second in the line of milk chocolate ingredients. If you look at milk chocolate these days, you'll notice that most of the ingredients now are sugar and vegetable oil, or sugar and milk powder and then oil. Cocoa has been relegated right down the bottom, which means even though chocolate is still pretty expensive if you're buying branded stuff, they've really cheapened it by adding more sugar and more glucose, which is also sugar, sorry, more vegetable oil and more milk as opposed to cocoa. So be aware of that as well. If you're a fan of your chocolate, make sure the cocoa solids, or at least cocoa whatever it is somewhere high up in the ingredients. Sugar's usually the top one anyway, but if you can get it second, that's pretty good. So that's well done, Tunnock. You've done well there. Milk solids, minimum 14%. Vegetable fat, emulsifier, soya, lecithin? I think it's lecithin, or lecithin maybe. Flavouring, biscuits, wheat flour, vegetable oil, sugar, chocolate. Oh, chocolate in the biscuit? Oh, that's good to know. Cocoa solids. Oh, no, sorry, no, it isn't. It's wheat flour, vegetable oil, sugar. That's the biscuit. Ooh, odd. Cocoa. Oh, no, there is chocolate in the biscuit. Sorry, I'm misreading the ingredients. I apologise. I'll just let you read the rest of it. And, of course, sodium bicarbonate and disodium diphosphate. Diphosphate. I can't pronounce that. Whatever. Point being is, numbers. Right, let's open it up and have a look then. I've been going on for like 10 minutes now and I want to eat one of these before I go to bed. No, camera, please focus. I'm sorry that you're not a very good camera these days. It's a mobile phone camera. It's a Galaxy S5 camera that's nearly a year old now, and it's been through run-of-the-mill. Probably dusty or something. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, oh, it's quite light in the hand actually, these tea cakes. I said they were quite heavy, but they're not. But nice wrapping though. I like the redness. Let's have a look. Tunnock's, I can't read that. Tunnock's milk chocolate mallow. Oh, milk chocolate mallow as well. Ooh. It's even got the ingredients typed up on the wrapper as well. That's good to know. Oh, it's very, very fancily decoratedly wrapped, but I guess that's probably what I paid for really. I guess the tea cake itself is probably going to taste just like the Lee's tea cakes and the Lion's tea cakes. Although the mallow is cocoa. Oh, I don't know. Well, it looks just like a normal regular tea cake from Lee or Lions or any other cheap tea cake manufacturer. Let's go for the taste test and let's see what it tastes like. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, that's delicious. The milk chocolate is really nice. It tastes like a really fine, really nice milk chocolate. I like that. You can really taste the difference with the cocoa solids so high up in the ingredients list compared to sort of just milk chocolate on its own, like a Cadbury's bar or a Dairy Milk bar. That's the same thing. Galaxy bar, even, I was trying to say. The milk chocolate really does score highly. The mallow is exceptionally soft and really sweet. I'm going to take another bite. Oh, God, it's so soft. Yeah, it tastes so good. Oh, that's nice. No, that is a nice tea cake. That's probably one of the nicest I've ever had. It's a shame that it doesn't have jam in it, but I can forgive it. The biscuit, I'll try and take some of the biscuit if I can. Well, the biscuit's nothing special. Pretty soft, very oily. But the mallow and the milk chocolate is divine. It tastes almost like a Kinder Egg, but imagine the white stuff in the Kinder Egg is soft and squidgy as opposed to solid like the chocolate. Oh no, that is delicious. Tunnock, you've done it. Although you're 82p at Aldi right now, for 6 tea cakes, you are the most delicious cheap tea cake. No, take that back, you're not cheap, you're expensive. You are the delicious tea cake I've ever had, or the most delicious one I've ever had. Oh yes, more a bit of marshmallow on my thumb. No, that is delicious, that's divine. I'm sure most of you have probably heard of Tunnock's or tried Tunnock's tea cakes, but if you haven't, and you're privy to tea cakes, or just privy to a cheap chocolatey marshmallowy snack, get these. These are divine, they are delicious. And if you really are still a family company, you should keep it going, because your products are, that was nice. Still a family business, keep it up. Excellent, well, that's a nice thing to end on, isn't it? I might try more food in the future. I like to do food videos like everybody else, it's always good. And I won't always try nice foods. I'm just saying, I just thought I'd start off with this because of the story behind it. I thought it was quite interesting and funny. But yeah, definitely a nice tea cake. I'm going to finish the rest of those and get very ill in the morning, but sod it, I've already got a lot of salt into my system. What's a bit more sugar? Apart from possibly diabetes maybe, but oh well, I'm far too gone for that anyway. So there you go, Tunnock's tea cakes. If you can afford them, get them. If you can eat them, eat them. If you can't, just bathe in their glory and just imagine how sweet and delicious they taste. Right then, back to playing Half-Life, I guess.